And we no.
Yeah.
Tati's always been praying for my downfall.
I don't like it.
And we're gonna roll.
Oh.
Yeah, no. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl, Bree Stories.
It's a Tati.
And it's MJM Kid.
Yes, it is. You know it is. Happy March.
Happy March, y'all.
Happy Women's History Month.
Happy that.
Because
It's Pisces season, y'all.
it is Pisces season.
It has been.
Look at the fishies.
It has been.
Shout
Look at
out
all
to
my-
my favorite Pisces.
Shout out to my favorite Pisces. Hey, Wave.
Wave.
Yeah, that's my friend. He lives in New York. I love him.
Oh, his name is Wave.
His name is Davian, but I call him
Oh.
Wave.
Hey, Wave.
Other people call him Wave, too. Yeah, he's great. He calls me cheese.
I like
Sometimes
that a
he
lot.
calls me queso.
Oh.
I love him. He's great.
Sometimes he calls me Queso.
He does. But yeah, he gave me the nickname Cheese. Anywho, just start.
His
Just start.
name is Cheese.
Yes, I love that. What do we do here?
You
Yeah,
okay?
you know, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. This podcast is, you know, led and hosted by two out of three of the people leading and hosting this podcast are women.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to support women, you know,
Yeah.
anchor.fm/away with words the podcast, you can support with your monetary funds. If you are someone with a sugar daddy, you know,
Which
run
most
it
of you
up.
are.
No, not
Run
which
it.
most of you are.
Or sugar mom.
Yeah, mom.
Sugar
too.
mom. Not mom. I hope nobody's
Sugar mom.
mom. That's gross. If you have a sugar mama or a sugar daddy or a sugar, you know, or if you're just the child of someone who's wealthy in real life, like just, you know, run it up on the behalf of some creators that are just getting it out the mud, you know, like, come on. Come on. Yes. You want to play in my game, my game, my game. You want to play in my game. Oh, yeah. I love the Spice Girls so fucking much. Anyway, by the time y'all are watching this, hopefully I would have watched that movie by now.
Hopefully.
Because what the fuck? I'm
When is
tired
it
of
coming
this.
out?
I'm sick of this.
I think
today, actually. March 6th, did they say?
Probably. I think you can order it, just won't come until then.
I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thanks y'all. Yeah, make sure that y'all are listening wherever we can be listened to. If you're, listening to this on like an audio thing, Spotify, Apple, thing like that, make sure that you're leaving us a rating and a review because the people in the podcast world, they don't really have like, there's no like algorithm or like comments or like engagement really that people can see like that this is a podcast that people actually give a fuck about. So if you leave us a rating and a review, then that is how you tell those people like, hey, this is a podcast that we care about, okay?
Yeah.
So please do that. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed and make sure that you are commenting below right now which of my breasts you think is bigger, right or left. Comment below on YouTube if you're watching this. And I think that's it for right now. You want to break some ice? Sure.
I suppose.
Sure. Because it's just, you know,
2 questions.
2, count them, 2.
When did you last get the giggles at an inappropriate time?
Our last recording when Michael and I accidentally did the Hail Hitler signal.
Oh.
Sure did.
And you were in the middle of, like, you were talking, so
Yeah.
we couldn't really, like, burst out laughing like we wanted to, but we got giggly.
No, but we gonna get
Yeah.
You
No
know
one
what
will be
I'm
able to
saying,
see it
you
because
did. We do
I'm
that often.
taking it out.
Yeah, soup's inappropriate, and nobody here is anti-Semitic. As far as we know. No, I'm just kidding.
As far as we know.
Kids.
Oh, you're going? Yeah, because I don't know. So go ahead.
Oh, baby, I am sleepy. My
The giggles are coming.
Inappropriate.
Giggles.
Oh, you know what? I be laughing at my students all the time.
Oh, good.
And be
Are
trying
you
not to
supposed
because
to?
that's like no. Oh, well, I mean, it's not like no, but
But
you
is
know,
that a
almost
rule?
like with your like with little kids. Period. You know, like when a child will do something that's inappropriate, but it was funny. But but you're trying to teach them that they can't do it or that
Yes.
it's wrong, laughing at stuff like that. Or when one of my kids will get in trouble and they get put in like a timeout sense of a thing. And just like yesterday, I put this little girl in like a timeout because she wouldn't be quiet. So I made her go sit at a table by herself. And she was over at that table, like, just like, nah! And just like, she's like, I can't believe this.
Yes.
And just
Getting it out.
Going-
That's my
Getting it
girl.
out.
going
Yeah, I'm proud of her.
nuts. And my back was to her, so she couldn't see me, but I was crying.
I love it.
And I'm looking at the other teacher in the room like,
Like, you're not.
I was like, you gotta get your friend. I'm like, she back there having a fit. No, she was definitely. And then
proud of
she's learning how to regulate her
Yes.
emotions.
Yes,
and how to
yes.
handle things.
Absolutely.
'Cause I work with the babies. My
Yes.
kids are 3 and 4 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she also does that like kid
Yeah.
shake
Yes,
thing
I
because
love
she's
the
so
kid shake.
upset. Like
Yes.
I went over there to look at her. I was like, "You okay, girl?" And she was like, just started
Yes.
Like, I'll show you on the
I love the
started shaking.
dramatics.
I was like, a few more minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just walked away. So yeah, that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Me? Oh man.
Me?
I'll be laughing at the Lord's condo all the time.
I know
You laugh
do.
at what?
Just in the space of the Lord's condo.
Oh,
Some of the Lord's condo.
you didn't even want to say it.
I
out
did
loud.
it. Who cares? Like,
Who does care?
like
you know?
I just be. I mean, I don't know what particular things I'd be laughing at, but just some stuff like I don't know reactions to certain things
Me
by
too.
the goers. It just made me laugh, and
Yeah.
it's people up there with me when I'm controlling all the stuff, so I'm not trying to burst out to laugh or like.
Right.
But
So they can all look at you like he's so disrespectful.
yeah, it's like,
Blasphemous.
damn.
Blasphemous.
Like
Why
the
are you
whole
laughing
room
at
would
her?
just be completely taken aback. Like,
Yeah.
like
like,
laugh.
yeah. So
This
that's
sinner
at least
outta here.
twice. At least twice every time I go.
Say,
So.
he's a sinner.
Blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. Sorry.
Last question.
Oh my.
Oh.
feet.
What old person habits do you have?
Oh, I go to sleep super early and I wake up really early. I don't know if that's like really considered an old person thing because I feel like it's trendy now. Like
Yeah,
people
I
are like,
think it
"Oh, you
is.
gotta get up before 5 a.m." It's just like some of us been doing that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Some of y'all should catch up. But no, like when
Right.
I was a kid, my grandpa always got up at like 3:30 in the morning or some shit, like
Damn.
crazy shit. And I used to be like, that's some old ass shit.
And
Like
you go
what
to
the
sleep at like 7.
I don't know what the fuck time he went to sleep, but that nigga used to get up at 3. But he's also, you know, a veteran. They not all right. The people who went to Vietnam, they not okay. But
They just have to get up regardless.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's just, I don't know. But I used to be like, that's some old ass shit, you know. But now I be up. I be up really fucking early. I go to sleep super early. I sleep a lot too. I don't know if that's an old person thing, but like the night before last, I slept nearly 11 hours. And you would think I don't like sleep. I don't
Makes
like
you
the
more
concept of sleep. I don't like that the amount of sleep that I get doesn't amount to the amount of energy that I have. That is so fucking stupid. How am I able to sleep 11, 12 hours? And I do it. I've done it. And be sleepy. Like I start the day great. After 11 hours of sleep, I start off cracking. But then get into the afternoon and I'm exhausted. I'm
Yeah.
ready to go back to sleep. I hate that. But yeah, that's
I
it.
always say the more sleep you get, the sleepier you are. A lot of the times. Like for me,
I think there has to be there's a middle.
Yeah, I have to
There's a middle.
find a middle ground because.
Yeah.
But honestly, if
I
I,
don't know
have
what that
to,
is for me.
if I have to pick one, if I'm gonna be in a scenario where I have to be energized, I would rather have less sleep because my body is gonna kind of like run on a sense of like adrenaline or something. Like if I only sleep for like 4 or 5 hours, I'll be sleepy, but something will be like, I don't know, like something will kick in and it just be like, you gotta go, you gotta do it. But if I sleep for
Science.
like 12 hours, I'll wake up and just be like, no, I want to get back in the bed. It was so cozy. Like, it'd be like that.
I don't know, guys. What's
What?
an
Oh,
old
my
person-
old person thing that I do.
Yeah, I'm like, what's
I
an
was
old
like, what did
person?
I ask you?
Yeah, it took us on a sleep thing.
I don't like to go out. I'm very much a homebody. I've always been like I've always been the person that's not. I'm not trying to be outside. Oh, also I don't like technology.
Oh.
That's definitely an old person thing about me. I am not into technology at all. I don't like learning things. I don't like getting into the apps and figuring out how to do this and do that and edit and this. And now you can do reels and then you can make TikTok. Like,
Yeah, you have to.
Not yet. You have to.
I don't like any of those things. I just want to text, send pictures, take pictures, and talk on the phone. Like, that's all. And internet. I do need my internet.
And internet.
I got to be able to Google.
And
'Cause
internet.
Google saves my life. But
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't need
Shout
all
out
the
to
other things.
Googling.
I don't like technology, and I like to be in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old person thing.
I don't think you have any.
don't
Yeah, I
think
was
so
just thinking
either.
that. I don't know. I was trying to. The only closest thing that I could think, well, that's not even really like an old person thing. I feel like if anything, like you don't have like a young, fun way of eating. Like you find
Yeah.
joy out of like healthier stuff in a way that I think
I was
that-
going to say that too. Like, probably my eating habits.
Yeah, that's probably the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of. But that's not even like,
'Cause
oh,
I
it's
don't
really
even-
just, you're just a healthy guy.
Yeah.
Liking to eat like nuts and stuff.
That's
Yeah, you do like that.
I love
That's like
that.
a grandpa thing.
true. It's like I'm on, and also, yeah, I do like those kind of things, like nuts and
Yeah, that is granddaddy-ish.
and trail mix.
Exactly.
I do. I just
That's exactly
took
what
that
we're
bag
talking
down.
about.
Yeah, exactly. All right, eating things.
Eating things.
All right, I'll check in.
I'm gonna do that.
Physically, I'm feeling. What?
No, go ahead.
I'm about to check in.
Baby.
Physically, I'm feeling. Physically, I'm feeling like this dress got me feeling like
Fun 40
a salsa dancer. You know, like loose and just flowy.
Freakum dress on.
Yeah, and I'm about to take it right back off because I got a match with my family. Emotionally, I'm feeling joy. My attention is currently on.
Oh.
No,
I was like, is it?
no, it's not.
Oh.
I don't.
The
guys.
timing.
If y'all
Attention
go,
is on.
If y'all go sledding, that's okay. I don't. It's fine if you do. My attention is currently on. That was the timing of that was crazy.
Yeah.
Attention is currently on, guys. Honestly, I'm here. I'm present.
Yeah, exactly.
And spiritually, I'm feeling spiritually sound. I feel like all is well.
I will.
That's great. We're reckless.
You're reckless. Yeah, because I was just gonna keep it cute and like low key
Yeah.
and just be like, oh well.
I can
and
do
then
that.
That's about, and then she.
Yeah, you know.
I can do that. I can do that.
Physically, I am sleepy and hungry.
Hungry and
I
sleepy.
feel my eyes are getting low. I'm starting to yawn.
I knew it.
And my stomach's growling.
Okay.
So when you leave here, you're gonna.
I don't. Oh, am I gonna get food? I'm definitely gonna get food.
No, I'm like, what are you gonna? What do you like?
I don't know.
Lay it out. Oh,
I don't know.
I want
I
her
really
to be
don't.
like, I'm gonna
I haven't
go
thought
get a
that far
burger,
ahead
Right.
yet.
and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I don't know.
I'm looking forward to getting into bed later.
Can't wait. Emotionally,
I'm like,
emotionally, I am. What did I say?
I like it. Sorry.
I was so emotionally. Look,
what?
I'm done.
Huh?
Both of you need to stop.
Huh?
I will walk off this stage.
Off this
Right
set. No. Talk about no. We'll be in the blog.
We
No,
will
we'll be
be.
in the blog because I love that. I wouldn't mind if that was the exchange for me walking off. Is that we popped up on Shade Room?
Yes,
I'm
like,
okay with
like
that.
oh, now y'all pay attention.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Talk about
Sacrifices. Gotta see the bigger picture.
true.
Emotionally,
This is gonna be a silly one. I can tell.
yeah.
I can tell.
Emotionally, I am. I'm happy.
I'm good.
My attention
Huh.
is on. My attention is also on. Is on spring. Not also. You didn't say that today. But my attention is on spring. Definitely I feel like because February is over, my mind is like, we did it. Like I'm just
made
on to the.
But you know
Yeah,
that
I'm
ain't
like-
true.
Yeah, but it's only one more. It's only this last month
I mean,
when it
but
when it's when it
it
can
depe- it
possibly get
depends.
reckless.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Right.
By my
If you're looking
birthday
for warm
month,
weather, that could still
right?
be
No,
a
no,
while.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
But we're
gonna be
out of the. Once we get through March, we're out of the possibilities of waking up to
A blizzard.
hell. Yeah, like that. Type
Sometimes
of,
it snows in April. That's a Prince song.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah, it's gonna be like flurries, you know.
in April. Yeah, but
Beautiful song.
yeah.
Makes me cry.
So I'm on spring, and
You want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my dad's favorite Prince song.
Why did you?
Because he was born on April 9th, and the year that he was born, it was actually snowing when he was
Oh,
born
I like that.
that day.
It's never snowed on my birthday.
That's fun.
Not a once.
Nada.
You don't know that.
April 20th, guys.
You don't know that. You gotta look back before you.
Then it wasn't my birthday.
It was still your birthday. You just
Wasn't.
weren't born.
So it wasn't my birthday.
You were assigned that
it's
date.
impossible to be my birthday if I'm not
not.
born. Or even in my mother's belly.
It's not though. You're a spirit before you're any of those things. Your birthday was assigned to you. Well before you were thought of. Or your mom. Or your mom's mom. Or your mom's mom's mom.
See?
Or your mom's mom's mom.
I just know while I've been
Mom's
here,
mom's.
it hasn't snowed on my birthday. It actually used to be hot on my birthday.
It did.
Back in the
And now.
back in the days when my
Sure
birthday
did.
used to
Back in the
coincide with spring break, it
Yeah.
would
Does
be,
it not anymore?
Definitely not.
They
Really?
switch it
Nowhere
around all the
close.
time now.
What is
It
it like?
I'm so far removed from
later,
school.
like
Spring
March.
break is nowadays. It's like the
Late
last
March.
week of March
Yeah.
or like
Oh.
first week of April.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, they definitely.
And I know that
they've
now
been
because of
pushing it
college.
back.
When we would go on spring break, you'd
Yeah.
be like, it's March.
I skipped that
Yeah,
too.
they started pushing it back. So I don't know why. But on April 20th, it used to be like 70 degrees and stuff. Like I'd be running from bees. I remember decorating for my sweet 16 birthday party and like me and my friend running from the bees while we were trying to hang up lights outside.
That's so cute.
Like, but now
Cute and
it was
fun.
cold. I was walking
Cute and
downtown with a
Look
winter
at you.
coat on last
Look at
year
me.
for my birthday. That's all of them. No, spiritually.
I'm looking at your camera.
Oh.
Spiritually.
I can see myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's facing you. That's why.
Spiritually.
Sorry, I'm making your check-in take so long.
Spiritually, I am everywhere.
You are everything, and everything is you. What about you, McGee?
Yes.
Physically, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, you're snacking on set. I love it. I
No one can
love
hear
it.
me.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I've been like playing with my mic going up and down without you. Not now, but
No, yeah, I've been making time of this.
emotionally, it's been a joyous year, so that's how I want to stay.
Joy to the world.
My attention is on daylight savings time. It's next week.
Yes.
It's next week. I love that time of year.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Lose that sleep,
yes.
guys, and make that sun stay out longer. Oh well. Spiritually covered. Thanks.
Whoop whoop, love that is too fast.
Doot, doot. Thank you, McGee. As always, I love to know how you're doing
Yeah, I'm doing
and
great.
how you're don'ting. You know what I mean?
Wow, I love that too. How
Yeah.
you don't think?
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing? You on
So-
Snapchat?
Yeah,
Were
she
you just on
is.
Snapchat? She's on fucking Snapchat.
She's on
Just
fucking
kidding.
I'm on
She wasn't.
Gmail. I was on my email. I had received an important email, and I had a text that was like, "Please check your email." So I had to check it. Get me out of here. I
Yes, so.
recently watched. I've seen this movie before, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it too. He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah, long time ago. Long time.
Yeah, I was watching that recently, and I love watching movies that show multiple different personalities, all kind of trying to navigate the same situation in a sense.
Oh.
And he's just not that into you. You know, the main focus is all these different women all trying to navigate relationships and love, and they're all completely opposite, all in completely different situations. And it's just showing, you know, how their different personalities or their outcomes, the type of men that
look
they
at
attract.
how these women looked, because I can only picture one. The one.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore.
Oh wow, star-studded.
Okay, so I really don't remember this movie. I know I saw it, but
Oh.
I really remember the girl with the short.
Scarlett Johansson.
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
Right, the girl with the short hair was like the
girl
feel
that
like
I-
the
oh,
most
yeah, she
main
is.
character.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Ben
don't think-
Affleck is in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
think I've really
Affleck.
seen this movie either.
Okay, I'm curious.
What's
Oh,
his
it's on Hulu.
name? Bradley Cooper.
Oh,
Bradley Cooper?
he's fantastic.
Oh, that is Bradley Cooper. He was in
The short
Limitless.
one from the Bundys. All in the Children.
Married with Children.
Married with Children.
Love and the marriage.
I think that's the
love
brother.
And the marriage.
Oh, the brother.
I don't think that's
I think that's him, the short guy.
I think I know
That
why
was
you think
Scarlett
it's him,
Johansson?
but I don't think
That's
that's
not him?
him. No.
Or is that Bullethead?
Ooh.
Isn't Bullethead the kid from Love and Marriage? I mean, Married with Children?
I thought they were different people.
I don't fucking know.
Maybe. So I don't know then.
Marriage,
Okay.
love and marriage.
Anyways, I was watching that movie though, and it just made me think. I felt like we should talk about
Oh.
the different signs or things that we think make up a guy or person being not that into you. And I felt like we could break it down into categories. So we could start with financially. Financially, are there any signs or any things that happens in a relationship that can make you feel like, oh, this person is not that into me, based off of money?
Okay.
I don't know about that one. Because I don't know.
I haven't experienced that.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I never really,
Well, at least I don't think I have.
like, a person who I'm dating, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm never, I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you have an example?
I think yes. I think that in my experiences, in my dating life, a man that was either unwilling, like not wanting to spend money as far as like, and I mean, and when I say spend money, I just mean going on dates.
Yeah,
like
'cause that's
taking
what I
a
was
woman out
thinking
on
too.
dates, asking a woman out, or dealing with a man that just doesn't have the desire to want to take you out on a date. Has, in my experience, was always a sign that he wasn't
Right.
that into me, because with a lot of things, it's not the money itself that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a man to spend money on me, but I am looking for a man that has this desire to
Want to
naturally
do
just want
stuff.
to do things for me, or
Yeah.
want to see us in different places, or like you hear about something and it's like, oh, I would love to take
Yeah.
Tati
Yeah.
there, because that's how I am when I really like somebody.
Right.
When I really like
Same.
somebody, throughout life, even with my friends,
Yeah.
I see things, or I'm picking it up and being like, oh, Bree would love this shirt. I'm buying this shirt. It's just that thought process of
Yeah.
like, you've cut off, or I'm not connecting to a whole part of your brain, because somewhere there's a disconnect where it's your mind. And I don't like the men that be all like, I'm not spending money on these bitches,
Oh,
or
yeah.
I'm not,
Right, these
I'm not.
bitches.
Shorty want me to take her here and
Scarcity
take
mindset.
me there and da 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 da, and it's like, but that's all a part of that's dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what dating and courting a woman is. Now, should you play yourself? Should you send yourself off? Should you go and spend $500, $500 and $700, and then you mad because she didn't like you? It's like, no, maybe you shouldn't do that. If you don't have it like that, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Right.
But how else are we getting to know each other?
Yeah.
You want me to be comfortable from jump, being like, no, we can, like, you can come to the crib and kick it, like, or I can come to your house and kick it.
That was always like
just
a joke to me.
Yeah,
like,
and
okay.
I just met you, so it's like, how else are we gonna find ourselves really getting to know each other, and finding out if we like each other? If you're dead set on we ain't going nowhere, like, and they hold that like a badge of pride. Like some men think that that's an amazing thing about themselves to be like I never took no bitch out, like I never took no.
Ain't no bitch ain't got no money off me.
Ain't nobody got a
like,
dime out of me.
You suck.
Yeah, it's just like,
But that's what 50 Cent told them.
what?
I don't know what you heard about me, but a bitch can't get
Oh.
a dollar out of me.
But
He
he's-
lied.
Clearly a lie.
I'm like,
I mean,
he
he's
lied
a
'cause he
liar.
spends money on the girls.
Ugh.
He must. I mean, I hope so. I guess we have no proof of that, but I hope so. But I just thought about. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with everything that you just said. But when you just said, like, and niggas be like, expect you to just be comfortable coming to their house.
It's a joke.
I met this dude at Whole Foods one time.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with Ari and Zainab. And me and him were texting, and I had been drinking. And, like, this is why I don't drink anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I drank to the point where him being like, yeah, just stop. Like, I live on this street, you live on that street. Like, just stop by on your way home. And that made perfect sense in my head. And I went to that man's house, and I walked inside, and the door closed behind me, and it hit me. I said, oh, my God, this person could kill you.
Yeah, like, well, you don't know what about
said,
this.
this
Nothing
person
about
could-
this
oh my
man.
I literally, and I spent I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out, like, what do I say? Because then I'm scared, because I'm like, what if I say, like, hurry up and say I got to leave, and that makes him mad, and then he kills me because of that.
Like, you said you was coming to
This
stay.
is not funny. But, like,
It's
that's
not.
crazy. Like, that's, anywho.
I went on a date, and
Don't get got.
I went on a date, and I could tell that that person was really, really into me. And asked me out on a date, picked me up, everything, chose the spot. But he asked, "Can we split the bill?"
No.
And so, but
Wait, he asked you out on a date.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
he said the words, Michael, can I take you out?
It's like I would love to take you out, get to know you.
Oh.
Blah blah blah. I can pick you up,
Trash.
and
That's so trash.
I got a spot for us. Everything, had the drinks and everything, and then at the end it was like, can we split it? And I was like,
Was it really expensive?
oh no, definitely not. It was only a drink spot. Like, you couldn't even really get food. So we only had I had two and he had one. It was like, we weren't even there that long. We was there for like 40 minutes, and then took me home. Like, took me back to where I was going. But after that, like, stayed communicating with me, like, wanted to do a second date, like, all that. So he was into me, but just the money, just
See, that's
if you couldn't do it, then why are you asking?
Yeah,
You know?
and I think that's why I was hesitant. Where I was like, I don't know, because it's like hard to know people's financial situation.
Yeah.
and like. And I always, like, my rule of thumb is, like, that person's money is not my business. I'm
Right.
not thinking about it.
Right.
Like, it's up to you. But I'm always, and this is partly some of my, like, toxic independence, too. And I'm not like this no more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm delivered. But historically, I'm always, like, even if a nigga asks me out, I'm not coming unless I can pay for us both. Because, and that's crazy. Because I should just, but it's not like in the movies. Like, in the movies, if you can't pay a bill, it's just like, "Cause you got to go wash dishes." No, they'll call the fucking cops on you. So I always think about, like, I'm not going to go unless I can pay for us both, because you never know what the fuck that nigga got going
But
on.
I don't think that's a bad way to think.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
that's
bad,
not a bad way
but,
either.
but, like,
When
I
it comes to a
always,
new
it's just way
person,
too cautious.
When it comes to new niggas, I definitely feel like I'm not coming out the house if I don't have money.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
Period.
I feel like that's just
Common
a good
sense.
rule.
The
That's
same,
just a
yeah.
good rule of thumb
Yeah.
to just be that way. And like, and I don't even see anything wrong.
But imagine
with,
if I was like, oh, he asked me out, I don't need to have money, and then he pulls that after
Yeah.
like doing.
It caught me
getting-
off guard because
getting
everything
all
was
the
like
stops.
aligned. Yeah, everything was aligned with like
That's
how you're supposed to
scary.
ask someone on a date, or how you were supposed to present yourself to
and
wanting to get to know somebody.
That's the issue,
Right,
because
that's
going out
scary.
with somebody and then we split the bill, I'm not
I'm finna bro
I'm
you.
not even complete. I'm not saying that it's all about how we came to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
Right.
if we have just been talking on the phone and been texting and stuff, and then at some point it was like,
Let's
I'm
meet
hungry.
up. Let's,
Like, I'm hungry too. Let's
Yeah.
grab food. You know,
Right,
if it,
right.
if it
Casual.
comes up
Very
casual and that
casual.
type of
Yes.
sense and we
Yes.
meet up, my mind
It was very
is
formal.
going into it like I'm paying for myself.
because
Mm-hmm.
then I
So-
have the opportunity too to say, oh, I ain't got it right now.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like
Yep.
I'm going into that saying
That's-
that I'm paying for myself. And then if it is a situation like that, the guy or whoever wanted to pay for the whole thing always has to intervene. And they're like, no, I got it. Or
Yes.
something. But I
Right.
go into it with no ill feelings.
Yeah.
Prepared to pay for myself. But if you ask me on a date,
Exactly.
It was very formal.
yeah, you asked to take me out.
That's kind of like almost like sociopathic.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, like-
I
also-
should be
it's like-
charged. And then I almost wanted to give him grace because I was like, well, was it real expensive? Because I was like, maybe he bit off more than he
Right,
can chew.
right.
Maybe he was like, yeah, meet me at this little steakhouse
And it wasn't even
downtown. And the bill
No.
came back and it was $350. And he was like, shit. Like,
Yeah.
I came out with a cool 175.
Right.
Like, I'm going to need some help,
A cool
help on
one.
this.
I don't even think we hit like $100, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, it was literally just drinks, and
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing. And then that was the end of the
Money,
day.
and it's
That's
ridiculous.
But
I
egregious. That's
and
egregious.
I was completely out of
Yeah,
it. But I mean, I was
done.
kind of out of it before then, but I said yes to it. But I was like, oh, this is
that
confirmation.
was so you were being. God was like, I'll show you. I'll show you. And the next time you say yes to someone you
That's
know you
the
don't
worst.
like.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
true.
know another reason why I think I have always said that I feel like money, well, not money, that it's important to me that a man wants to take me on a date when
Yeah.
he meets me and stuff, is also because men hold money in such high regard.
Yeah.
You know, they hold it so close to their chest, like money is their everything, and it's such a big deal for them. When they meet a woman and they're like, oh, I bought her this and I wanted to do it, like that means a lot to them
Yeah.
that I am financially spending a lot of my money like on this woman. So to me, that's another reason why it stands out if a man
Yeah.
isn't. Because unless you really know him and you really gotten to know this person to the point where you know that that's not his train of
Right,
thought
right.
and that's not how he moves, and he never has been a person that cares about things or cares about money, and he's the same way with you that he is with every other important person in his life.
Right.
But a lot of the times, if he's not doing these things for you or not willing to do these things for you, it's usually because like he's keeping you at a certain level. You're not going beyond where you are
Yeah.
in his mind. And
Yeah.
if you have intentions of wanting to be more to that person, that can definitely be a sign that he's just not that into you.
Yeah.
Like,
Word.
for sure. And especially if it's not being countered with creative ideas. Because that man that you're talking about, if he didn't have $50 or he didn't have $75, he could have easily.
Why would you pick me up?
Why would you? You don't have
Especially,
to.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the weather was around that time.
And
But
your
you can
wallet,
easily
like-
Beautiful.
ask somebody.
It was a beautiful September day.
Let's go for a walk. Can we go for a walk? You want to go
Narrowing
to?
it
Can we
down.
go to the beach? Can we go? You know, like if
Yeah.
you really don't have it like that, but you still want to get to know somebody,
Yeah.
you have to now be creative though.
Right.
You have to think about how you're gonna court this person, but you can't expect to literally not do anything but come sit on my couch and you want me to be wild
Excited?
and amazed, and then I'm the bad one when you're like, well, you're just being superficial because you care about money too much.
Ah!
Like you could have got me a donut, bro.
I don't want your
Like,
fucking couch right now.
Yeah, you can't have
We
mine.
could have walked around.
Yeah.
We could have done.
Like the lake is right over there. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. That
Yeah, it's
grab
there's
some
so
bikes.
many ways.
Grab some bikes.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to make things happen when you really want to, and when
Yeah.
you really so no dates and no creativity with how you can spend time with me and not spend money.
Yeah.
You're definitely not that into me.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
sure. So next criteria, let's see. What about communication? What are signs?
Yeah, I mean, if we just don't talk that often, I would feel like, that's tough too. I mean, everything is gray. That's the issue. Like, not everything is like plain. Like, oh, if they don't do this or don't do this, like obviously they don't like me. Like, I don't know. I really go off of like intuitive more than anything, cause like And also, let's be clear, somebody liking you don't mean that they not on bullshit. Because they can still like you and do all the things that they know that they had to do to get you on board.
Well, the question is not,
still be on
is he going
bullshit.
to dog you out later? The question is,
True.
he's just not, is he into
Because that's
you?
what I'm saying. I'm like, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, you have to, for me to be like, oh, this nigga don't like me at all. It has to be like, I know for a fact that you're free and you're avoiding talking to me. Like, I have to feel like, oh, like, this nigga just text, like let's say in the morning time, we texted and he was like, yeah, like, we can talk on the phone later when I get home. And I'm like, okay. And then later we text and he's like, yeah, I just made it home. And I'd be like, oh, is it cool to call now? And he just like, ghost or don't answer or be like, nah. And that is a pattern. I'm be like, oh, this nigga doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't, you know?
Right.
I would think so.
Yeah, I feel like no urgency
Yes.
to return phone calls and text messages. You know, like if you're texting somebody. Now, granted, say if I meet you and I already from jump, I know the way your schedule works, or I know you're the type of person that you don't really have your phone on you like that or something when you're at work. So if I text you at 8 a.m. and then I'm not gonna text back till 5,
Yeah.
I get that because that is your habit.
Yeah.
But men, dumb men, have a habit of meeting women, and when they're initially just trying to get her,
Yeah.
they're on top of it.
Yep.
You know, like they're texting back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Whenever you call them, they're calling you right back. They're answering right away. And then as soon as that wears off, now all of a sudden it'll be like
and then it's
I
like,
was
you
at
know I
work.
be at work.
Yeah.
She's like, no,
now-
no, bitch, I don't know you be at work.
Right, now it's I was
No,
at work,
bitch.
or I
know.
was at the gym, or I was
Right.
doing this. But these were all things
You were doing all of that stuff.
when you met me, and
Right.
it didn't stop you
Right.
from responding to me in a timely manner. So I feel like no urgency in
Yeah.
a person contacting you back and reaching out to you, or not having consideration when they are not going to follow through on a plan that they made with you.
Woo, now
I
that's
think-
That's
that
the big
gets you
one.
right out of here.
Yeah, that's the big one.
You
That
gotta
is
get out of here.
definitely
No.
my biggest thing. If we made a plan for something and that plan is now no longer happening, you have men that won't say anything at all.
Yep.
You won't hear from them whatsoever.
And
Or
you're out of here.
right, or you have the men that you'll hear from, but it was literally just to be like at the time when you're supposed to be going. I'm supposed to be picking you up at 7, and then at 7:45, they're like, oh yeah, something had came up. We'll have to just reschedule. Reschedule.
You
like,
didn't try to tell me
right,
nothing at
no
all.
You're outta here.
consideration. Don't
Yeah.
care. I feel like those are.
I'm big about time,
Yes,
and
Me
I
too.
I feel like word is bond. You know, I feel like people. I hate niggas especially who don't take what they say seriously. So you're just like, if you tell me like, oh, I'm gonna be there at 8, or oh, and I noticed that like. And I know that this might be a little extreme, but like I mean 8. If you because you could have chose your words. You could have been like, oh, it'll be somewhere around 8.
Mm-hmm.
Logic tells me that could be anywhere
It's
between
kinda
fucking
flexible.
7:30 and fucking 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'm not gonna be up your ass about it. But if you say, yeah, I'll be there at 8, and you're not aware enough of your own words to know that you said at 8, not around 8,
I'm
not
like that too,
not
like
15
literal.
to 8. You said 8. Like I
Yeah.
get crazy about shit like that
Me
because
too.
you don't have to say that shit at all.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Don't do that. I don't
And
like that.
I can understand that things come up or things happen, but
Renegotiate
you're not
your
having
agreements.
the decency to speak.
Yes.
Because a lot of times with men, they don't think, if you tell somebody you're gonna be somewhere at 8, at 7, you know you're not gonna be there at 8.
Exactly.
So the fact that your mind doesn't think to at 7 be reaching out and saying, hey, I'm not gonna make it. I'm running behind. Sorry, like I'll be there at this time. But they don't think to say that until after the time has passed. And then like when you're really pissed and all upset, then they're like, is it
Right.
that serious?
I was gonna say, and that
Or-
matters too, because I do understand that not everybody's brains works that like the same way, and like some people really do have poor perception of time. Like,
Yeah.
one of my good friends, I be on the phone with her, and I be over here. I know she got to be somewhere at 8, and I be sitting there at 6:30. Like, you're still on this step. you're not even this close to leaving out. Like, I know that because
Yeah.
I'm a stickler about time, but
Right.
she doesn't. And it's not like she's thinking like, oh, I don't give a fuck about this thing or that person. She
Right.
just, her perception of time is just completely off.
Yeah.
But that's why I was saying that's why it matters so much, that next part.
Yeah.
Because if I say to you like, you said 8 and now it's 8:30, or why didn't you just say something? And you looking at me like, I mean, something came up and then I was in traffic.
Tell me.
Like if you treating it like that, then it's like, well, fuck you. Like,
Well,
what are you
yeah,
talking about?
exactly.
So yeah, you gotta just be a grown up.
Yeah, communication is huge. I would say a lot of just short responses is not really giving much of any livelihood to the conversation is a thing.
Yeah, like, are you in there? Just
yeah,
knock
like,
them on the
hello.
phone, like, hello, you
Yeah,
good?
especially if you know if you've been around a person in person and the energy is different. But through that communication, through like text and stuff, it's just like,
Yeah.
this is a very boring conversation. We should probably stop.
Yeah, because we don't have to do this.
Yeah, we don't have to. I've been that person. But the person that took me on that date, my communication was like,
But you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
good.
him.
You
but
wasn't
didn't
that into
like
him.
him.
oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
And then he was just like, you've just been so busy lately. I feel like I'm trying to
She's
like,
so understanding.
I'm trying to really like spend more time with
But I want to
you.
work with you.
yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to spend more time with you, but I can see that you don't really have the time. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm probably just
Brian,
gonna,
you like, yeah, I don't.
I just say, yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But he was like, what did he say? He said, I'm about to fall back on you. And I was like, yeah, I understand.
Totally
Like,
get it, babe.
That's totally okay. And then after that, it was like,
Yeah.
he's gone. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't have to be that person because I don't want to be
Yeah.
that person sometimes. But
Yeah,
if
it's
you
hard.
have that awareness and you can be like, I don't think you got enough time, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I totally understand why you don't want to.
And shout out to you for not playing fucking games, because
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like people, there are other people who have been in
Like,
situations
no,
like that.
no, I'm
It's
good.
like, what you mean? You the one that's playing?
Oh,
Da, da, da.
yeah, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no.
like,
Let's not
Another
waste
thing
time
men
here.
do.
Like,
That's another thing.
all you
men
gotta
are
do
known
is
to
be
do.
real.
Yeah.
Like, keep it
Right.
jiggy. Like, if I see what's going on and I'm like, okay, I know that this is happening. What you mean?
All
What you
right.
talking
Oh,
about?
that's the word. What you mean? What you talking about?
Man, you
I'm speaking
always-
English.
Talking
You
about, man,
understand
you
it.
always tripping. You all nigga. You don't know that I always do nothing because we don't even talk. Stop calling me.
You always.
Can you look?
Yeah.
Quit calling me every fucking 3 weeks.
Yes.
Not every 3 weeks.
It
Like,
be
I have
niggas
not bothered Bree.
It be niggas like that. Like, you're not really
I have
trying
not
to.
bothered
You're
Bree.
not trying to do
Literally,
something.
that's
You're
the
not trying to
thing.
be consistent or actually like make anything happen. It's child.
It's crazy.
The worst part about
Niggas
those
are
times
crazy.
is a nigga hitting you up every 3 weeks and then you being excited about it. Yeah. That's the worst. The worst. Those are dark
Dang.
times.
Sitting here
Those
like
are
sitting
dark.
here like
times, my friends.
sitting here like what this nigga?
Or you're at home and my phone go off and I see it's you and you like such and such text me and then collectively as a group we're like, like
Oh wow!
everybody's
Do you remember
excited.
those days?
Yes,
Yeah,
everybody's
hell yeah.
excited. Everybody's
Every
lit.
friend
Like,
delusional.
shit
Delusional.
is lit
We
as
wanted
fuck.
to work so
Like,
bad.
Me and like, where he on? Where he at? He got friends. We can go now.
I done had a few of them. I'm sure
Being
that my friends have been like, "Oh, he calling?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no, what you should have been saying is block him,
Yes.
girl. He just
Such-
gonna do it again in
Such
4
dark
weeks.
times.
Dark.
Such dark
We've
times.
all been in the dark ages
We
once or
have
twice.
the dark ones.
Or 3.
That's hilarious. Let's see. What about when it comes to?
In person, physical, right? No, I'm just
Talking
kidding.
about-
Sure, we can do that one.
Oh, really?
when
Thanks.
it comes to intimacy.
Oh, intimacy.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that if you are closed-minded about sex, like if you apply your nose to me without even experiencing me,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're upfront, like, oh, I don't need ass, I don't.
That's a sign that he's just not that into you.
Yeah,
or a
because
sign
why?
that-
Because you're not even you're not even letting it flow and
Mm.
seeing if like especially if I'm not out here being like, well, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, but you're
Right.
coming into intimacy with me with like all of your hard nose. It's like you
Yeah.
didn't even see how this shit was gonna flow.
I definitely
What if I'm
agree
not
with
even
that.
into that shit? Like,
I
did nobody say
definitely
nothing
agree
about
with
that?
Right.
So yeah, I don't like that because it feel like you're just not even necessarily that you're not into me, but I don't trust that you know me well enough to
Mm-hmm.
for me to trust how much you like me. Like you don't even know me. You ain't even
Yeah.
try.
Right.
So no, it's a no for me.
I think I don't even know how to put this into words necessarily, but
Let's try our best.
One word at a time.
I think that when, like, if you are, like, what's the word? Like, if you are desiring. I'm gonna knock him the hell out.
You're getting the words out. I'm like,
But if you are like craving a connection from a person, and you want that level of intimacy with that person, and the only way that you figured out how to get it is through sex, then that's a sign that they're just not that into.
oh yeah,
Like, if
that's
you-
perfect way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you are supposed to be in a relationship or dating or anything, and you're spending time together and you're realizing
Trigger
that
for
you
sure.
don't feel that close unless he's inside of you, then
Yeah.
that's definitely a sign to move
To
around.
like, wow.
To move around.
Yeah,
Because-
no, yeah.
And I feel like there are lots of people from like stories that I've heard and like just friends. I feel like there are lots of people that have gone through situations thinking that they just wanted sex so much or were craving sex so much and wanted to do it all the time, but really
That's the only way I can get close to you.
right. Yeah, that was really, it was really because in those moments, those are the times when I feel like we're connected. That's the time when I feel
Right.
like now you're treating me like I'm your girl. Because
Wow.
And for me, I had the
Yeah.
reverse
Yeah.
effect. Once it clicked, once I noticed that we weren't as close unless we were being physically intimate, I didn't want to have sex. And I didn't, but I didn't, this is like subconscious stuff. I didn't realize, I'm just sitting here like, damn, why am I okay going weeks without fucking him? Like,
Right.
why, like, and he'll be like, you know,
Where you
what the
at?
fuck? Like,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, you know, and then when we do have sex, it's not enjoyable. My body not responding. It's just like, I don't know what's going on. But then in retrospect, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
got it. We didn't have a lot of closeness without it. So I was like, I don't want it if it's like that.
And
That's exactly what it
that's
is.
true too, because once we've already talked about how for us sex is so mental, a lot of it's so mental. So it's like while you're oblivious to it and ignorant to it, you can continue down this path of
Absolutely,
destructiveness.
absolutely.
You know, perfectly fine. But as soon as your mind and your
Get
body
aware.
cues into it in any type of way, it's over
not gonna
with.
work.
Yeah, it's over
It's
with.
not
It's
gonna
a-
work.
It's a wrap. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have definitely been some people who like we be struggling on the like when we are in person and they're struggling to communicate well and kind of get along. But right when they ready to do it, like
No, you're the
where you at?
sweetest person in the world. You're so attentive.
Yep.
Wow. Where's this energy? Just on Tuesday, just
Yeah.
regular days.
Right,
Yeah.
when we're just chilling.
Yeah, no, that's the worst.
You
That's
nailed it,
even
Tati.
worse.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Because now you're showing me that you have it. Like that you're capable of it, but you
Right.
just turn that shit off when I'm like, I'm not good enough yesterday.
Yep.
Ooh, wow, up yours.
Or you don't want to be
Up yours.
You don't even have a desire to just be that close to me if
No,
we're not
you
having
don't
sex.
fuck
You know,
with
like
me.
you don't want to.
But then people be hating their mamas and stuff. It'd be a lot of inner issues.
It'd be some deep stuff.
Great segue to the next portion.
Perfect. Thank you for
Because
that,
I
Bree
was gonna
Stories.
say their relationships with other people. Can
Yeah.
there be signs that you see through their relationships with others that show you that it may not be working with you?
I was
Yes.
just watching.
Yes.
I was just watching. What? It's a cartoon on Netflix, Chicago Party Aunt or something like that.
Love
It's a very
that
silly show.
so much.
But it was an episode on there where like she was dating this dude and she really liked like his dominant energy. Like he had like this dominant, like kind of mean energy, and she was like really attracted to him. But then when they would go out, and this isn't like his close relationships necessarily, but he was like really rude to like the waiters and waitresses
And her
like,
son.
Yeah, but like just as his employee.
Yeah, that's right.
Like he's just rude to the people that he works with, and she
Right.
like over time she just started being like, what, like
That's
you
not
know,
really my vibe.
and I think that's a good example of like a certain type of energy that you might think is attractive, and it's like seeing how it plays out with other
Others,
people, because
yes.
it might be a good dynamic if it's just you and if I'm a person that likes to be dominated,
Right.
that might be a great dynamic when it's just us. But if you take that energy outside and that's just how you talk to your mom and them, like
Yeah.
wait a minute, like this is
Not
too
for me.
much. Like, yeah, that's not a personal account, but
She related to the show and thought
yeah, well,
about
I
it.
I don't know,
Jesus,
like
like
that. I
that.
think that's a good example, though.
It is. Somebody I dated, they have a relationship with their mother. Like, she's very militant. That's how she raised all of her boys. And he didn't realize that he was kind of like that, too, even though that's what he disliked about the relationship the most.
That'd be the
But
thing.
he picked up that, too. And
Yeah.
so he would kind of have that energy towards me, and it's just like, baby, I'm not your problem.
No.
So
Take that up with your mammy now.
yeah, like you got a lot of past trauma that you got to
Yeah.
deal with. So like, but he
Ooh,
just
yeah.
struggled with dating. Period. Not
Yeah.
even before me too.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Yeah, so hey, what can you do? Gotta let them go.
can't make him do anything.
For me and one of my friends, I talked about this. This was like years ago. We were talking about when you're getting into a new relationship, and you start sharing stories about like your ex relationships and things, and how it can be insulting or hurtful sometimes to listen to them tell stories about them going over and beyond for like an ex. And then, but listen, and then them having this kind of energy of like, yeah, I
Jaded.
never do that shit
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Like I'll never be like that again, or like you won't catch me doing this, and this, and you're sitting there thinking like, so that includes me,
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So you're telling me right now,
You're not gonna treat
I
me.
flew the last bitch to Greece. I never do that shit again. Like
Right.
you're telling me that
Yeah.
off rip, I'm not worthy of something that you did deem worthy of somebody else.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
whether that was a bad relationship or not, you felt something strong enough that made you be willing to take the risk.
Right.
You were willing to
Yes.
take the chance and give your all. And now coming into this with me, I'm already at a disadvantage because you're closed off to that.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're not
that.
willing to do the work.
You
And
don't see
that's
that I'm
like
worth it already.
And but like sometimes, and I think that there's one thing to feel like, oh, this person don't fuck with me, but also I'm not fucking with nobody who's not done the work, like
Thank
who's
you.
not willing to look at that for what it is and be like, let me try to heal this,
Right.
because like my current partner came into our relationship and into like the space of dating with a lot of like, not like I'll never do that shit again, but like he was like, I've experienced some things that I don't think I need to experience again. Maybe I don't need to live with someone. Maybe I don't need to,
Right.
lots of things like that. But he's done the work to the point where he's open enough that when we got to a certain place of closeness, now
Like, maybe
things
I
are on the
can.
table because
Yeah.
he's like, okay, but that's because of the work that's been done. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, I think that sometimes, not even just men, like just people, period, they also enjoy, mostly men, they
seriously.
enjoy instilling sometimes a sense of like insecurity, like in their
Oof.
partners,
Oof, oof, oof.
and you have people that will intentionally tell you about going over and beyond for somebody so that you almost can feel slighted, or like so you can
Yeah.
get like this like sense of like
well, I don't wanna ask
jealousy,
you for that.
and they like
Yeah.
creating, even like when it comes to like friendships, like they'll love, like you have guys, especially if they have like a female best friend or something, like you'll have men that'll love to almost try to rub it in their
Yeah.
girlfriend's face, like I'm about to do this for her, I'm gonna do that for her, I'm gonna do this for her, or we're gonna do this, or we're so close, or that's sis, or that, like they're doing so much to the point where you're pushing me
Yeah.
into a space of now I'm looking at it
Why
like,
don't you go suck her pussy then?
yeah,
Yeah,
or like what's
exactly.
going on here, and then
And then you looking at me like I'm crazy. If I
right,
say
and then
that.
blame me
Right.
for the feelings that you instilled in me.
Exactly.
Because you know for a fact, for
Yeah.
a fact that you ain't took me nowhere.
Nope.
You ain't doing nothing
Yeah,
with
that's
me.
crazy.
You're not. You're not taking me to the family barbecue. Like, the things that you're not doing with me. So to then want to go into great detail about doing it for anybody else, even if it's like a mom or like it's like you can, a person is gonna feel like like
That must be
like,
nice.
Yeah, like right.
Yeah,
like so
exactly.
you are sweet. It's just not me.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
just not
you
to
gotta
me.
get out of
like,
there.
That was
okay.
good.
Like,
Gotta
thanks
get
for
out of
letting me
there.
know. Thanks for letting me know you're a
And
real
don't let
nigga
people
every
bait
Sunday.
you, because people
Don't
like
let
that
people
they
bait
do
you.
they do little things because you're not crazy. And so when you start having that feeling and you start noticing like, okay, this not adding up and it don't feel right, that's right when they'll love bomb you. A lot of the times they buy you a bunch of shit or doing something that feels like a grand gesture to make you be like, oh, okay, he does have that capability in me, and then go right back to the same shit. Once you feel that shit, address that shit. no matter who it is, once you feel that shit, know that what you're feeling is valid, and don't let that person tell you that what you're feeling is not what the fuck you're feeling, and what you're seeing is not what the fuck you're saying.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
stand your ground. You know what I'm saying?
10 toes. 10 toes.
Word. I guess we can stop there.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Tati. That was
Thanks, Tots.
fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I'm here all week.
Yep, you
Yes.
are.
If you are listening to this podcast, we appreciate you and invite you to leave us a rating and a review. Specifically, you can put reviews in about specific episodes. So if you wanted to chime in, you can put that in the review section too. You put anything you want in there, just put something. And if you're watching on YouTube, comment below right now. Comment below your favorite figure in women's history. Happy Women's History
I
Month,
thought you were
y'all.
talking about bodies.
I was about to
I thought you
go
were about to
body
say, like,
too.
you want us to comment on
Your
our favorite
favorite.
figures? Like, Beyonce.
Legs
Start
and
listing.
hips and body. No, your favorite figure in women's history.
We have a lot of great women coming up this month.
You said what?
We have a lot of great women coming to the show.
Oh, we do
this
have a lot of
month.
great women coming this month, so
Yeah.
make sure that you're on the lookout for all of the highlights. And yeah, we appreciate y'all. Please continue to do all the things that you've always done. Thank you, Tati, for producing this episode. Follow us where we can be followed at Away with Words, the podcast, on TikTok and Instagram. You can follow me there at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on Twitter. And you can follow at Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on Twitter. And you know by now that you need to be following at MJM Kid and at Moments_Stu, because you just should. As well as at Please Be Easy, because please be easy. We love you so much. We'll talk to y'all next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.